Hello and welcome back to Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. This is part number 3, and as you can see, Spyro has sunglasses now. So I was at a get-together with my friends last weekend, and we ended the day by playing a little bit of Spyro, and their Spyro was yellow, and it blew my mind. And they told me that, oh yeah, there's, cheats for this. I had no idea. My entire life, I'm upset with myself that I recorded several parts already without sunglasses Spyro. It's too late to go back and redo them because I already, things are already uploaded in public. But the rest of this series, the rest of the Reignited Trilogy, we're gonna have sunglasses Spyro for sure, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm very, very happy with that. But for now, we're just gonna head back in and finish up what we were doing before. When we ended the last part from a couple of days ago.
Thank goodness you scared that evil spirit away, but now it will hide in the statues. If you were to flame all 10 statues, I'm sure you would chase it away for good.
But we did so I originally recorded this, I don't even know, a week ago or so, and I ran into some technical difficulties. Specifically, my audio sounded like absolute dog shit, and I really didn't know why, and it took me a while to figure it out, and that's why I'm Mystery Science Theater styling this a week after the fact, because it took me that long to figure out what the problem was. It was a nightmare, honestly. I have the dumbest, weirdest computer problems all the time, and it's incredibly frustrating sometimes. But I did fix it. It is fixed now, and so we can continue on here. So obviously we need to flame the statues for this orb here, and so I decided, instead of having just the crappy dog shit audio, I mean, you could understand what I was saying a little bit, but not anywhere near enough. It would have been too crappy for me to be happy with. So I decided to just redo the audio here, and basically I'm watching it back and just talking over it. And I did record this about a week ago, so I don't super remember it. I got home from hanging out with my friends, and I got really excited about sunglasses Spyro, so I just kind of went straight into it. And so yeah, I recorded this when I was a bit tired from being out in the sun all day and swimming, and we had a bonfire and we made s'mores, and it was a long day. I had a lot of fun. I don't regret it in any way, but it was still a bit of a long day. But yeah, so in the meantime, anyways, moving on from all that, we're gonna finish up everything in here, and if I recall correctly, I think we're really only missing that one orb from flaming all the statues in the level, and then maybe a couple of gems on top of that. And clearly, I have no idea where the last two statues are, so I'm just kind of wandering around looking. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot to talk about related to the game right here. It's just mostly, again, I have recollection of this basically just being like, oh yeah, this did take a few minutes to figure everything out. Not the worst thing in the world, but Yeah, that's right. You can't go. I think actually we could have gone back through the window there. Through the side of the building. I think that's like a little bit of a shortcut to get there. But, you know, it's fine. I'm also pretty confident that the last gem that we need was in that room with that last, statue that we got there. And not interested in playing hockey again. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything, because unfortunately, while we do get to cheat with the gems a little bit, with Sparks, he's kind of pointing us to where they are now. And here's our last statue.
Well done, Spyro. You've scared the evil spirit away. Why don't you take this? I borrowed it from the temple. They don't need it.
Damn right they don't need it. Now Sparks is pointing us to where our last gems are, and we're only missing 5. One thing, I wonder, so, I'm wondering, yep, there it is, off in the corner there. It's a lot easier to see after the fact, when you're just watching it back. But I wonder, so when I was at my friend's house last weekend, when we were playing and stuff, I was, you know, pressing the left stick for Sparks, and, my friends were, I think I got lost here and forgot where the exit is, but I figured it out. But my friends were like, what the fuck is Sparks doing? Like, what is that? Oh, accidentally murdered that guy a little bit. Time to leave. But my friends, none of my friends knew about the sparks pointing you to gems in the level, so I'm wondering if that's like a common knowledge thing for... Because I don't even remember if that was in the original or not. It may have been, and I just, you know, don't remember using it. But, we're just kind of looking and seeing what we need here. But yeah, I am curious if people learn that, you know, because when I start playing a game for the first time, even if it's a game I've played before but it's just been a really long time, I just press every button to see what happens. Yeah, I keep getting lost. It happens. But I just press every button to see what happens, and I just kind of figured it out. But I guess not everybody does that, so I'm just curious if you figured out the Sparks Dragonfly pointing you to gems on your own, or if you read about it online or found out from a friend or something. Yeah, and there's the last gems I need. We need the ability to climb before we can get those. So, we're gonna head right in here to Hurricos. Now, originally, when I played through this, I'm sorry.
always had trouble with the gear grinders, but now they've set up force fields to separate us. If you find diodes, you can use them to turn off the force fields. I think there's a diode around here somewhere, but my eyesight isn't what it used to be.
So when I originally played through this, you know, for the, to record this, I thought this was a boss level, and I do remember talking about how, like, oh yeah, like, these boss levels are getting way more involved, you know? And here's me being bad at the game, and yeah. That's gonna be a common thing. We're gonna go take a look for sheep or some sort of butterfly to get our health back a little bit more. And we found a rat, so we're good now. That little windmill that we just played, I believe that's part of a skill point. And then the skill points, like, I don't remember, they give you concept art or something. I don't know. I'll have to... If I remember at some point, I'll load up my other save file and try to figure it out. And look at what it gives you, and maybe I'll tack that on to the final part or something. It's, yeah, the final part of the entire trilogy. It's too late to even go back and do the stuff for the first game now. It's already all uploaded and made public. There's a little bit more up there, but we can't really do much about it quite yet. But yeah, I thought this was a boss level, and I talked quite a bit about how it was a boss level, and, you know, all that stuff. And then, you know, I think I made it about halfway through before I realized, like, oh, this isn't even a boss level. It's just, you know, it's just a normal level with just a weird name. Because usually the names, like, you know, boss levels just have, well, at least in the first game, the boss levels were just named after the boss. And all the other levels had names, you know, Sunny Flight and you know, Breeze Coast or whatever. Yeah, we can't do anything about those quite yet. And so when I saw Hurricos, it's just like, oh, there's a boss in here named Hurricos. Nope. Just a normal level. Which is definitely a bit weird. Or at least abnormal in the context of the first game, for sure. However, one nice thing about this level, at least, is we already have all the abilities we need to 100% this level, just like the last one. We can. There's no climbing necessary for this, so we can actually finish this level without having to come back later for it to, you know, finish off getting like 10 gems or whatever. Well, it's one little thing about this sequel game that's just, you know, I understand it's kind of like a Metroidvania thing, right? Where like it's the whole idea is to gain new abilities and then go back to areas that you couldn't access the first time you went through, and I understand that, and that's like a selling point for a lot of people. It's a little bit more annoying for me because I like to be able to 100% like an area and then move on to the next one, right? Where like, is when it's like this, I kind of get in the mindset of like, I don't even really need to try because I know I can't do it anyways and stuff like that. And it you know, I would much prefer to be able to finish everything off in one go as opposed to, you know, having to do a lot of backtracking and stuff, especially when it comes to making videos like this. Generally speaking, I didn't do a lot of you know, prior to recording Horizon Zero Dawn, I actually never really recorded anything like this before. There's me being bad again. I need a little bit more. It was getting a little frustrating. But, it definitely feels like if I had, you know, this kind of game where you know, backtracking is a part of the game, it's a bit, it's not really my cup of tea. Again, I understand that, a lot of people really like that kind of stuff, but, you know, it's just a personal preference thing. That being said, I still love these games, and that is by no means prevents me from enjoying the game in any way.
Thank you, Spyro. You've deactivated all of the electric barriers. We've been guarding this talisman from the gear grinders. Please, take it as a reward.
And yeah, you know, again, like the first Spyro was the first game I ever beat without any help from anyone else. It was just me, and I was really happy and proud of myself, and that's kind of what got me to the point where I was like, oh, okay, like this is, you know, this is a hobby that I'm definitely going to pursue long term. Screw that up. And you know, I did, given that that was somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 years ago. Spyro's hard to control sometimes. It's really what it boils down to. Now we have some supercharge things to do. I do like how they handled the supercharge in this more than the first game, because it's just like your little pylons activate you instead of having to like do the charge ramps and then like, you know, chain together the charge ramps and all that. I mean, it was a real pain with some of those. I do love that noise that Spyro makes when he picks something up in his mouth. That is a great sound effect. Trying to talk to this guy. There we go.
Gear grinder thieves keep taking our lightning stones. If you can replace them all and activate our generator, I'd be very grateful.
And so this part did take me a while to figure out. I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to be doing with these lightning stones. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's not always the most obvious thing in the world until after the fact, and then you do it and you're like, oh, of course, I'm an idiot, duh, you know. But we do figure it out, you know, we'll get there. And I can hear them coming. There we go. We're gonna just take these guys out first, and it's a little back and forth, kind of a pain in the ass kind of thing, but that's okay. you know, they're just such good looking games and everything. I don't even really mind when I do get stuck in somewhere. I shouldn't say that, it's still annoying. But, that's, you know, it's still a children's game. It's still a game that's meant, or at least originally was meant for kids who were my age when it came out, you know. I think I was like 11 or 12 or something at the time, and even then I was probably a little too old for it. But I still really enjoyed it. I still really had a really good time with it. I didn't mean to chomp on that lightning stone there. There we go. And then we're gonna head back to this guy and see if he has any advice for us.
Thanks for getting rid of the gear grinder thieves. Now all you have to do is replace all the lightning stones.
And we'll figure it out here probably in a minute or two. Honestly, my current thought is like, well, I could just edit this part out. But you know what? I am not great at games in general. And quite frankly, this is, yeah, there we go. Figured it out. I'm not great at games in general. And quite frankly, if you are planning on watching, you know, any specific or any future videos or even the past ones, you're just gonna have to accept that it's not gonna be pretty some of the time. Missed. That's a good example of that. You know, I get impatient. I think that's like my worst, like, or not, you know, I think that's the worst, like, quality that I have when it comes to, like, my gaming behavior is just, like, I get impatient.
Thank you, Spyro. I found this shiny thing mixed up with our lightning stones. Please, take it as a reward.
Thank you. So yeah, we're just gonna have to learn to live with it, basically. I know, like, in Horizon Zero Dawn, I felt like I did, and then I jumped right off the map. I forgot about that. Yeah, and just, you know, that's part of the discussion of, yeah, again, I'm just not great at video games. Not even some of the time, honestly, most of the time. I think Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be the only exception to that. And that's largely because I played it so much and I liked it so much that it just kind of, like, you know, practice makes perfect and everything, but the reality is I'm not going to sit down and play, like, Spyro all the way through, right, and then go back and do it again to record it after the fact. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of games that I intend on doing in this channel are games that
Do you see that big building over there? The gear grinders are using it to steal our electricity. Please help us by shutting down the machinery inside.
You know, it's largely going to be games that I've played before and that I'm, at the very least, familiar with. That I have to slow that windmill down before I can do that platforming. And Spyro is no exception, but, you know, I'm really trying to put some distance between the last time I played through something and when I sit down to record it. You know, and really it just comes down to like, you know, okay, I enjoy, you know, for example, Spyro, but like I don't think I'm gonna be, and we're taking it a little safe route here, but like I don't think I can, you know, like there's a lot of like games and you know other YouTube channels and stuff that where it's, you know, the person plays one game the entire time. Like there's an Apex Legends YouTube channel that I watch on a regular basis, and screwed that up. Gotta go all the way back because I don't know how to jump. But there's an Apex Legends YouTube channel that I like to watch, and even though I don't even play the game anymore because I'm not, you know, it's too frustrating for me, really. But I can't imagine doing something like that where it's just like, oh, I just do this one game and I have to, you know, make videos in it all the time. And, you know, as much as I love, honestly, a lot of different games, you know, I just don't think I could, even my favorite games of all time, I can't put that much time into. And just like,
Spyro, you have done well so far. You could have this little trinket for good luck. If you have any questions about shutting down the factory, just ask me. The next glides get tricky. You'll have to use your hover maneuver to make them. Press the action button during a glide to hover and get extra height. Remember to press the action button when you're very close to the windmill, or you won't make it.
but yeah, hopefully I make these. Again, it's been long enough to where I really don't remember. Well, hopefully I don't screw this up too much. I keep yawning. Had a little bit of a long week, to be honest with you. And we're gonna take the safe ride around. But yeah, I can't imagine thinking like, oh, like, okay, I make videos in Apex Legends, I upload one every single day. So I have to play the game more or less every single day, or at the very least, you know, if I'm putting out, say, 30-minute Apex Legends videos every day, I'm probably gonna have to play the game for 4 hours a day to get that 30-minute video plus editing time and stuff. That's insane to me. I don't think I can handle that. I much more prefer like, oh, I can just play whatever game that I want, really. I hit Y too soon. Hit the action button too soon. Drowned. But you know, it's just something to, basically, I guess what I'm trying to get at right now more than anything is don't expect this channel to ever be anything other than just me playing whatever game I feel like playing in the moment. It really comes down to, oh, I'm sorry, I can't stop yawning right now. But it really comes down to just what I'm in the mood to play, you know, like, and it's gonna be a little bit different and probably a little bit weird sometimes as far as game choices and all that is concerned. But you know, we'll all get through it together. We'll all handle it together. That's fine. So with this, I remember this. I was just, you know, getting a little frustrated because I've died twice already in this video. And then, oh, now I gotta go back and get the charge thing to open that back up. And what I didn't realize in the moment was that there's one of those little swirly floaty things in the corner. It was actually on the screen there for a couple of seconds and I just missed it. Where you can skip doing this all over again once you've done it once. And now I'm getting a little impatient. And, you know. Oh, there's the swirly thing. Could have done that. That would have been nice to know. Skip this guy's dialogue. We already heard it once. There's the impatience coming in. But yeah, the impatience gets me killed in games a lot. And I think that's why, at the very least, is part of the reason why I was never a big fan of, like, roguelikes, right? It's just, I get so impatient, I get, you know, I make dumb decisions and get myself killed, and, you know.
Spyro, help! The switch to turn off the gear grinder factory is in that room, but, it's awfully noisy in there.
God, these guys suck.
Thanks for shutting down the factory. Here, I found this stuck between the gears. You can have it if you want.
And there we go. We're at 100% level complete. Now, what I didn't realize in the moment was that I could have just glided around the other way and I would have been at the exit, and instead I go all the way back around, get myself killed because of that. Just impatient, charged off the edge of the map for no good reason. Still didn't realize I could have just glided around the other side. Now, I will say that if you're playing this and you're interested, there is a cheat to get infinite lives. Or not infinite, but to give you 99 lives. And I believe you can use it as many times as you want. So, I don't know that for a fact. I never actually tested it. But if you're playing this and you're having difficulty and you're getting close to a game over, that's always an option. Maybe not the best option, but it's always an option. Yeah, even then, it's not even a bad option. I don't know why I said it wouldn't necessarily be the best option. I mean, fuck, it's a single player game. You play it how you want to play it. If you want to cheat. Technically, I'm cheating right now. I have cheat code active. It's only to make Spyro a fucking baller with his fucking sunglasses, but still. You know. Now I'm taking a look. Have I been there before? What's happening? What do I need?
Well done, Spyro. Now that you have 6 talismans, this door will open.
Alright, into the hole we go.
Before you get to the castle dungeon, Spyro, I thought that you might want to know how Ripto and his monsters arrived in Avalar. You see, last week in the winter tundra, the professor was working on some new super portal technology.
There, that's the last orb in place. Now let's see. All we need are some coordinates.
Yeah? How about 22475? That's my birthday.
No, Hunter, don't!
What?
Get off me, you useless buffoons! Why can't either of you No dragons? Wonderful. Crash, go back and pack my bags. We're moving in. Say hello to your new king.
Professor, shut it down! Hurry!
Oh my, I can't see the switch. I think I've broken my glasses.
Crash, go through the portal, you idiot!
Tell all your friends to take the orbs and scatter them throughout Avalar. Quickly!
Now! Go! Crash, get the orbs now! Now, you despicable little creature! I'll kill you!
This is bad news for Avalar. Hunter, why didn't you chase him?
Yeah. I would have gone after him, but didn't he say something about not liking dragons?
Professor, could we catch a dragon to help us?
Yes, I think so. We'll need a world that has an alignment much better suited to intercepting one of these creatures. How about Glimmer?
I like how Ripto I like how Ripto came through the portal and just looked at him there. He was just like, "You guys look like bitches." That's good. All right, so this is our first major boss. This Crush. And so yeah, basically what's happening is while he's standing on those things, he's immune to getting hit. So we got to get him while he's going in between, and then he smashes the ground and hurts himself. He actually did get me the first time, but I figured it out. So, as far as bosses go, not that bad. You know, again, it's not meant to be incredibly difficult or anything. But it has its moments. I remember actually, I did play this and beat it when I was a kid as well, and I do remember having trouble with this one. At least figuring out what you were really supposed to do. And then, you know, the attacks that he used change based on which color platform he's on. So the blue ones, he does this ground-based blue flame attack. And then these orange ones, he does the fireball attack. And I remember that giving me a little bit of trouble when I was a kid. I think you know, playing on a CRT monitor, Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about. But playing on a CRT monitor and everything was,
Now, Crush! You may have been able to defeat that simpleton, but golf will be more than a match for you.
Bring it on, Shorty.
Golf, come here now! Destroy him, and make sure it's painful. What? Go! Get me out of here! So long, dragon.
What a wuss.
yeah, he's dead now.
That Ripto has caused enough damage. All his meddling has cost me a fortune. If it wasn't for Spyro, I'd be bankrupt. Whoa. If Ripto were here, I'd give him a piece of my mind. In fact, I'd give him a lot more than that. I was a champion bantamweight boxer at university, and I still know a few moves. Take that! And that! No! Why, you...
So, this is our next world. A bantamweight boxer, for the record, is a weight in boxing and other sports intermediate between flyweight and featherweight. In boxing, it ranges from 112 to 118 pounds. That man... I don't know what he is. Man, bear thing, whatever. That man, this man right here that we're looking at, is claiming that he used to box between 112 and 117 pounds.
I bet a rich dragon like you wouldn't mind cashing in a few gems to learn how to climb. I'd be willing to teach you for, say, oh, I don't know, a small fee. You won't regret it. Okay, when you see a wall surface that looks climbable, like the one to my left here, just jump onto it and you will grab it with your claws. Use the left stick to move up and down. Press the jump button again to leap off. You can also jump sideways onto another climbable area.
Alrighty, and now we know how to climb. That man hasn't weighed 112 pounds since he was 2 years old. For sure. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go back to the summer forest, and now that we can climb, we can finish all the other crap that we missed in the summer forest worlds. And because of the way that I am, just, the way my brain works and the way, it's satisfying for me, I'm 100% going to go back and finish up all this stuff before I fucking continue on with the story and everything. So Glimmer is the world that we started the game in, and now we can finally go back and 100% it. So we're absolutely going to do that. Because at the end of the day, this is what's important to me specifically. And we have our climbable surface right here. And then, oops, we need to kill more bad guys to activate.
But they're even harder to keep going. You'll definitely need this Superfly power-up to light the lamps.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to head back.
Head on up.
Okay. We're gonna have to head over and kill some more things and get that Superfly powered up. And unfortunately, there isn't enough enemies in this first area to activate it, so we're gonna have to go all the way up into the next area. Continue killing stuff. We only need a couple more, it won't take long. But, there isn't too much to talk about other than, it's been a while since we did this originally. It came through this area originally. At least it...
Great! You've got the Superfly power-up active! Now you can light the gem lamps in this cave.
So I psyched myself out and thought that yellow one wasn't one that we needed. It absolutely is. And we're gonna have to go back and get it. But we pulled that one out of our ass well enough.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro. For a while, I was afraid we were gonna have to cancel tonight's baseball game. Here, somebody mix this orb in with the baseballs.
Yeah. Now they can play baseball in this cave. If you're unfamiliar with baseball, I don't think I feel very confident that cave baseball would be crappy at best. Not, yeah. So now we just gotta go and pick up the last couple of gems that we missed. And just, yeah, a couple of things in the corner. Just so happen to miss it. And even more, actually.
Spyro! This magic portal...
I do wish that it wouldn't force you to talk to people if you've already finished the level. But hey. Alright, and that was our last gem. It was just hiding in the grass there a little bit. They do that. But that wraps us up being done with Glimmer. Finally. And we're just going to keep focusing on getting our 100% in the Summer Forest, because I believe we have all the abilities that you can obtain in this game. I could be wrong about that. But as far as I know, we have everything that we can possibly get, and all we're missing here in the Summer Forest is that ladder you can climb. The Fawn Girl, Alora or something, Alara, I don't remember. The Fawn Girl's standing next to it. If I recall correctly, we got confused by that in the last part, or this part even. And it's behind me. I'm gonna figure it out in just a second here. Yeah, that's not it. That's the speedway that I'm not ready for. And this just leads us back there. Oh yeah, there it is, right in front of me. I looked at it multiple times and everything. I'm just, There we go. And we're back up to 100% level complete. And all we're missing now is the beach with the turtles and the speedway. And we're just missing the orb from the speedway. And unfortunately, we don't really have enough time to get down and into the speedway, or the beach for that matter, in this part. Fortunately, part 4 will be out in a day or two. I don't really know specifically what day we're at in our upload schedule, but in the meantime, I will say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.